Welcome back to the Project Reinvented channel, and this video today is for all of you out there who have ever felt that frustration of looking back over the past year, 2, 3 or even 5 years only to find yourself in the same place. Another year of broken promises, because I know what that feels like. It's disheartening, right? But fear not, because today's video, this is about helping you reinvent your reality, about creating a vision for your life and then executing that vision. Just imagine this. Fast forward 12 months from now, you're looking back over your life, you're full of pride, okay? You've took the action, you're fully committed to going after it, okay? You've been stacking wins all year, you've built the body of your dreams, you're exuding confidence, your relationship with your wife, your partner, your husband or whoever, it's on fire, connected, passionate, intimate. When it comes to your children, your relationship's amazing, it's never been better, you're close, connected, it's full of fun, it's an energised relationship. Okay, last year you've created, more memories in the past year than you have in the past 10 years. These memories will last with you forever. Okay, when it comes to yourself, you've really built this profound spiritual connection with yourself. You understand your purpose, you're aware of who you are, what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are. Okay, and then on top of that, you've started to make more money than you've ever made before. And this has provided you with, the freedom to live life on your terms. Now, that might seem like a dream, okay? But I promise you, that is a tangible reality of somebody who embraces life and goes all in. Okay, that's the magic of reinventing your reality. It's about shattering these past limitations, upgrading your beliefs and your behaviours that align with the reinvented version of yourself, that person that you truly want to be. Okay, and how do I know this? Because that's the path that I took. 5, 6 years ago, I was broken. I was a piece of shit. Alcoholic, drug addict. I was on the verge of divorce. I was recently bankrupt. My relationship with my children was strained. I hated myself. I was depressed. I had anxiety. I was on all sorts of medication. I didn't want to live anymore. I didn't want to die, but I just didn't want to live the way I was living. And that's when I had to have a hard look at myself. I had to reinvent myself. I had to have a profound spiritual awakening to knock myself out of that and uncover my purpose, which is why I'm here on this video today. So today I'm going to walk through the exact process that I would go on if I was just starting this journey from scratch. Okay, this walkthrough is designed to assist you crafting a vision, a well-structured plan to execute it, and this will shape your life that you consciously choose to live. Okay, so the way video's going to go, I'm going to go through everything that I would do. Okay, and at the end, I'm going to give you the first set of actionable steps to take. Now, this is a one part of a multi-part series because I'm going to go through every single step in detail. I'm going to provide downloadable workbooks and give you everything that I have learned over the past 5, 6 years, just so that you can then reinvent your reality. Now, this video might not be for everybody. Okay, it's for those who are just on the journey and starting to question life and look for more and want more. They want the best life that they can possibly have for themselves and their family. Because what I've noticed in the past is individuals get beat down. They set these goals, these big dreams, and then if they fall short, then this becomes a heavy burden again. They believe that they're not worth it, or they can't have it, or they're not good enough. Okay, and that's not true. Because the secret here is life can either happen to you or you can make it happen for you. It's about what you choose, making that conscious choice by choosing to be proactive instead of reactive. When you do that, you gain momentum. Okay, because you can either have a victim mindset, that mindset of I can, or that one that's constantly making excuses, you're living in the past and just taking from the world, or you can adopt a mindset of greatness where you can do anything. You make your future brighter. You're productive. You're delivering results. You're giving to the world. That's your choice. So what's it going to be? Because today we're going to dive into the art of consciously shaping that life, creating that 2-point version of you, where there's no more reacting, where you're taking charge and you're building the future that you truly desire. Okay, no magic wand, nobody's coming to save you, it's all down to you. And the sooner you realise that, the quicker this journey will start to transform your life. Okay, so the process that I use is called Reflect, Reignite, Reinvent. Now that's broke up into several different parts within the whole grand scheme of it, okay? But the first part is to reflect. You have to reflect on your life. Where are you right now in your current reality? Are you overweight? Are you unfit? Are you eating a shitty diet? You know, do you hate your job? Are you broke? Is your marriage in tatters? Your relationship with your children? You know, where are you right now? And be very real about this, because you don't have to tell anybody. This is just about you uncovering your state of play in your current reality. Take a life inventory. You know, where are you? And where, you know, what has brought you to this place? What decisions, what choices, what habits have got you to where you are right now? Okay, and when you've got a full, clear picture of that, this is when we commit to changing that. Okay, Grant Cardone says it. He says the first step that he takes is to eliminate all other options and just devotes himself completely to learning everything he can about the topic. And the topic here is your life reinvention. Okay, so when you have got a crystal clear of your current reality and you have committed to making the change. Now, commitment means you're all in. You will do everything to create this life that you want. There's no excuses. There's no going back. It's full on committal. Okay, so when we're looking to build a life that we want, if we don't have strong foundations, it's like a building. If a building's not built on strong foundations, it will crumble. And your life is no different. You have to build solid foundations. So the way that I started to do it, and I get other people to start doing it, is it's called the fundamental four. This is when you start to incorporate discipline in your life. So the fundamental four is it's your fitness, your family, your fulfillment, and your finances. It's like a table. Okay, each one is a leg. If one of these legs falls or breaks, it brings the other table down. Okay, so these are non-negotiable. Okay, your fitness is, this is where you look at your physical fitness and what you're putting into your body. So your food, your fuel. Because fitness is more, it's not a luxury, it's a necessity. Your body runs it all. From the playful moments with your children to those intimate, passionate moments with your wife or your partner. Okay, your body runs it all. Okay, you have to recognise the direct connection between your diet, your fitness, and every area of your life. Okay, this is when you have to prioritise your well-being. Okay, a healthy body, it is an asset. And if it's not healthy, then it's a liability. Okay, and then you've got your family. Family's not just part of your life, it's the backbone of your life. It provides you all the strength and support, but also on the flip side, nothing has the potential to frustrate you, distract you, or cause you more stress than strained relationships at home. Okay, the harmony and well-being of your family ripple through every part of your existence. And let me tell you, see, if I have an argument with my wife, that can fuck my whole day up. That can knock me off my track. Same as if things with the children aren't going good, that could mess my head up. Okay, so this is why investing time, patience, and effort into that loving connections at home is a priority. Okay, your family's not just part of the journey, they are the heart of the journey. Okay, and then we move to fulfillment. Now, fulfillment it's feeling full, okay, within yourself. So it's a deep sense of purpose and connection with you, yourself, that inner self. It goes beyond material success and it taps into your existence. Okay, fulfillment is when you're living in alignment with your values. You're contributing for the greater good. You find that peace and contentment inside. Because you can have all the cars and the house and the money in the world, but you can still be broken inside. This is why billionaires kill themselves all the time. Okay, you have to, if you want to change, you have to change from the inside out. And that's what I used to try and look for, all these external things to try and fix an internal issue. And I wondered why I was constantly going back to drugs and alcohol. Okay, you have to create a profound sense of satisfaction and completeness within. Okay, and then we look at finances, right? Finances are the key to unlocking the doors of freedom, right? Now, having no money, you are confined. Okay, your potential is stunted. Now, I'm not saying money doesn't guarantee you happiness, but it provides a means to pursue passions and live life on your terms. Okay, it's not just about accumulating wealth, it's about gaining the ability to make the choices that align with your dreams. Okay, financial stability isn't just a goal, it's a tool that empowers you to design the life that you desire. So understand this, without adequate financial resources, your options are restricted and the ability to shape your destiny is stunted. Okay, so that's the foundations. That's your non-negotiable daily disciplines. Now, as I said, at the end, I'll go through how you can implement these in your life every single day. Okay, and that will be the foundation what you base the rest on. As I said, if your foundations aren't strong, nothing else matters. Okay, so then we go on to the reignite your life. So this is where we start to look at what will fulfill you, what's your passions, what do you love in life? Okay, and this is where I use an old Japanese concept called Ikigai. This is where you find that sweet spot in your life. Okay, now Ikigai, it goes back to the Japanese town Okinawa, Mr. Miyagi, where they have the highest rate of centennial life, and they're still buzzing with purpose. So they don't believe in retirement. They believe in Ikigai, which is the reason for being. Okay, now Ikigai is a puzzle with 4 pieces. First, you've got what you love. Okay, those things that you just love in life, they make your heart skip a beat. Whether that's creating art or writing a book or writing a song or whatever it may be, what do you love? Okay, then you look at what are you good at? Okay, not just your innate talents, but stuff that you can work on and develop into greatness. Then you look at the next section is what the world needs, where your skills and services have a demand, that making a difference and leaving an impact. And then the last section is what you can get paid for. Okay, now this is where we have to be real. Financial stability matters. Okay, it's about securing the freedom to do what you love without stressing about money. Okay, because money is one of the biggest stresses we have in the world, right? So now don't worry about this. I'm going to do a full video where you'll have a downloadable workbook. Okay, that'll come in the next couple of weeks. But this is to give you an understanding of it, because first of all, I want you to get the foundations of the discipline done first before you start moving on to that. And that's going to take you at least 2-3 weeks to get that solid. Okay? So, but back to Ikigai. When you connect these pieces, right, they lead to your personal Ikigai, your unique happiness. Okay? It's not a one size fits all. It's about your values, your desires. Okay? So, when you're going to try this kind of thing out, the first you would do is, what do you love and that are you good at? That's your passion, right? And if you're stuck at this, then you need to learn about yourself. Okay, you need to, look at, what are you passionate about? What could you monetize as a passion? And see, for me, I had a successful business, right? And I sold it to do this because coaching is my passion. And then I found out that I love being on camera, and and everything just led. But this is what I'm doing now, what I'm passionate about, right? And I haven't monetized this part of it yet, but everything else I have. And I've just began this journey to monetize this passion, which will take me a bit of time. But I'm never going to quit because I love it. I just love doing it. So it doesn't matter the time frame. I'm passionate about it. Okay, and that's what you have to look for. Then you do what do you love and is needed by the world, right? That's your mission. You develop a craft to make it financially viable, right? And again, if I look at this, for me, I'm developing my craft to make it, so I'm getting better on camera, I'm making more content, and eventually it will be financially viable. And then for the rest of my life, I'll be doing what I love and getting paid for it. And that's the next part, is what are you good at and you can get paid for? That's your profession. It pays the bills, but you might not love it. But this is where you explore new things to find your true passion. Okay, and when you can find that, then that's when everything starts to kind of fall into place. And the fourth part is what pays you and is needed by the world. That's your vocation. This is where you learn about what piques your interest and you lean into it. And if you don't know what piques your interest, you need to try new things. Okay, that's what it is. It's about constantly exploring, trying new different things, putting aside, learning about this, learning about that, constantly injecting positivity into your mind. Okay, and this is the thing, jobs, relationships, passions, they can all be intertwined. Okay, the magic happens when different aspects, harmonise. What activities, span multiple parts of your life. Okay, and that's when you get the workout. You'll be able to look this up online, but there's a workbook that I'll give you. But the Ikigai's in the centre when all these sections collide and you've got that sweet spot in the middle. Okay, so that's how you can find what your passion or your purpose is by Ikigai. Okay, the next part is creating that vision for your life, right? Now, this is what most people don't do. They don't have a vision for their life. And if you don't create a vision for your life, it's like pissing in the wind. You just don't know what direction it's going to go. You have to have something that you're moving towards, your North Star. Okay? And in this section here, do not get trapped in the intellect, right? Your instinct and your intuitions are always more powerful than your intellect. Your intellect, your logic, your reasoning is just a collection of beliefs that the world has sold you to be true. Your intellect is just what your culture, teachers, society, parents and friends are told you to be true. Right? If you look at any visionary, someone who has made a positive impact at the world, you know, at the start of their journey, you know, every visionary left the status quo and disbelieved the beliefs of the collective. Okay, and they had no idea, you know, something that they were going to do had never been done before. You know, they were ridiculed at first, you know, and then celebrated later. Their vision was so unpopular that people thought they were mental, they were crazy, and then some of them even got killed. But you know what? It never stopped them from going to try and achieve it. Okay, so when you write your vision down, you know, you have to be true to yourself and go for what you truly want. Forget all that outside chatter. You know, go for what you want. There's no limitations on this. Think big. Okay, don't get trapped in your intellect. Listen to those silent whispers inside of you. You know, that's the voice of truth. Okay, what is that voice telling you? You know, start a business, you know, move to a new place, stop eating junk food, work out every day, leave that relationship. Listen to what it's telling you, okay? And before you create that vision, just understand that people aren't going to like it. You know, the trolls will come out to play. When you start to elevate in life, there'll be some people who just don't like it. Okay, the very nature of you leaving the herd, you know, building your vision, you know, adopting new beliefs, setting goals and, you know, delivering on them will make people uncomfortable. They will be uncomfortable within themselves and then they will try to bring you down. Okay, they might think you're crazy or a freak as they did with me. Okay, they will question, why are you doing this? Why are you getting so up early? Why are you getting so fit? Why are you eating better? Why are you constantly got your head in a book? Okay, why do you care so much about your work? Why are you radiating, you know, positivity and helping, you know, rid the world of negativity? Critics are nothing more than deteriorated dreamers who once had a dream, got knocked down and were too scared to get back up. Okay? So your job when living your vision is to silence the voice of the critics, you know, and you do that with your results. Now, if you have negative people around you, the ones that you can cut them out. Right, but sometimes you've got family members and you can't. Just limit the time that you spend with them. Right, you can change the world, or you can be around toxic people, but you can't do both. Okay, so yeah, don't get caught up in the bullshit around other people. You focus on you, and that will take you in the step that you need to go. Okay, now when you're looking to this, you need to understand what you're saying yes to and what you're saying no to. Because if you just say yes to everything, then you're going to get burnt out. Okay? Because every time you say no to something that is not aligned with your vision, this is a vote in the right direction of achieving your vision. Okay? So you focus on the things that are moving you towards your vision and you remove the rest. Okay? So when you're actually going to create this vision, this is where I said I want you to think big. Right? Remember when you were a child, you would dream the biggest dreams and you believed nothing was impossible. This is the mindset that you need to step into to actually formulate this vision. Give yourself some peace and quiet and think about everything you've truly desired in your heart. And just start writing down everything you desire without judgment, just free flow. You know, what is it you would love to create without limitations? Okay? Not what you think is achievable, what you would love to create. If you were guaranteed that you could create this and it would happen, you know, that's what I want you to write down. Think of that highest version of yourself. Close your eyes and just actually visualize them. Where are you? Who you're surrounded with? What do you do? What do you have? Do you have a beach house? You know, do you have, you know, a fleet of luxury cars, a stunning mansion, acres of land, a games room? You know, where do you shop? What brands do you wear? Where do you travel? Are you in first class? Do you have your own jet? What jewellery do you wear? How do you walk? How do you talk? You know, the more detailed you are, the better. Okay? And there's no room for self-criticism here. Do not self-criticise your desires. Okay, you may notice feelings of guilt or unworthiness, but that's fine. They will show up in this exercise. You're not greedy or selfish for desiring more in life. You are deserving of it. Okay? And anyone who commits to a life of passion and purpose can and will have it all. Right? So the first step is, when you're formulating this vision, is to create your perfect average day. Right? So this is when you look at the fitness, family and fulfillment and finances. Right? If you were to live a day, you know, you could live for the rest of your life where money was no object, what would that day look like? Okay? A day that you would live no matter what, right? Visualize that. Okay? What would your perfect morning be? What would your, your lunchtime be? Your evening? Think about that. You know, where are you? Your family, your social circles, your environment. You know, what's your mindset, your emotions? What do you do for money? So write your perfect average day. Okay? In your fitness, your for family, your fulfillment and your finances. And just write it. Just let go, and don't stop writing until you feel that that's your perfect day. Because see, if you can't dream it, you can't create it. You were given these dreams for a reason. Okay? You weren't given it if you couldn't create it. So just write it down. Okay? So once you've done your perfect average day, right? Then we look at your dream life. What is your dream life? And when you are writing this, compelling vision, you have to make it specific. It has to be emotionally charged and it has to be relevant. Okay? Write your vision in the present tense as if it was currently happening right now. Don't use cryptic language, jargon, or meaningless bullshit. Think of the areas that you want to show up in life. Write your vision with this in mind, right? So, your vision in your fitness, I've got a six-pack, I've got big shoulders, I've got a nice tan, you can see my veins, I can run 5k in 25 minutes, whatever. Family, I've got the most beautiful, amazing wife, I've got 2 loving children. We go on holidays 4 times a year. We've got a camper van, we go away every weekend. Whatever it is, right? Fulfillment, you're living a life full of purpose. You're doing what you love. You're helping other people. You're comfortable in your own skin. Every day you wake up with passion and purpose. You bounce out of bed energized. Okay? Finances. You've got more money than you can spend. You don't even have to check your bank account. You get to choose what you do. You help charities. You help homeless. Whatever it is that you because when you've got money, you can help more people. And this is what people get things confused. Oh, if I think money, it's bad. No, it's not. Money can help others. But the thing is, see, when it comes to this, most people think they want money, but they don't want money. They want what money will bring them. Because if I was to lock you in a room and give you £1 billion or dollars and told you couldn't leave the room and you couldn't give it to anyone, that money's worthless. And this is where people, when they're creating a vision, they get it confused. They don't want the money. They want what money will bring them, which is the freedom of choice, which is to help other people. Okay? So again, don't worry. I'm going to do a whole video where you'll have a workbook and where you can go through this step by step. And I'll be doing these videos quite quickly. But as I said, the first part is the foundations, the discipline. Okay? And I'll do that today. Okay? So the next section is you have to understand your values, your honor code, right? Your honor code, because this is so important. Living with an honor code and achieving greatness boils down to the fundamental principle. Are you doing what truly matters? It's about making choices that align with what is right and important to you. Okay, in my philosophy, a person's values are the cornerstone for paving the way around an abundant life. Okay, and let's unravel the essence of values. Right? Values aren't just lofty ideas. They are deep longings and beliefs that consistently drive your actions. It's not enough for something to be important to you. It needs to translate into a pattern of behaviour, a tangible and consistent manifestation. Without this consistent action, it's merely a good idea, not a genuine value. Right? Your values, in essence, are the roots of your choices. To uncover them, you just need to look no further than the currencies of your life. What are you spending your time on? What are you spending your money on? How you invest these precious resources will unveil your core values, and they will paint a picture of what truly matters to you. Okay? So consider this. When your values, right, they guide your choices. So what choices have you made And what do they reveal about what truly matters to you? Okay, sometimes we don't take a stand because we're not clear on our core values, or we lack the moral courage to make this, unpopular or risky choice. Achieving greatness demands not just to clarify on your values, but the moral courage to stand by them. Even it requires a sacrifice. Because if it's not, then it's not a value. You have to be able to do that. Okay? To live powerfully and to strive for a better life and greatness, you have to acknowledge that values are the heart of leading a fully engaged life. Okay, they lay foundations for authentic living, and they stem from your deep held beliefs and your convictions. Okay, it's when faced with challenges that your values truly come to light, and whether you stick up for them or not. Okay, and think of this, right? Your values are a internal compass, a moral compass. Okay, they steer you through each day, week, year, either by guiding you towards your goals, or if misaligned, leading you astray. Right? Knowing someone's values, right, I can predict their life's direction. It's not difficult, because if somebody values honesty, success, abundance, then they're going to be going somewhere. But if someone values, aggression, fear, scarcity, then that's the direction they'll be going. Okay, your values will, show me your destination or your destiny. It's a powerful realization that your values shape the course of your whole journey. That's why it's so important to understand what your core values are. Okay, and again, I'll have a whole workshop on that for you, because Marcus Aurelius says, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one. And that goes for the women out there as well, right? Okay, so we've got our foundation, our disciplines, right? We've got our purpose, our Ikigai. We've got creating the vision. We've got our values now. Now it's time to reinvent, right? We're at reinvent. This is where we start taking action. This is when we look at goal setting, right? Now, all of the things that can change your life completely, right? Mastering the skill of goal setting is one of the most important, okay? How can you live the life you truly desire if you do not plan for it in advance? Okay? Now, when I start working with people, if I ask most people to show me the list of goals for their life, okay, so we can go over it, most of them don't have it. They don't even have a list to show me. Okay? Now, the truth is, the majority of people, they don't have a list of goals, whether it's short-term goals, long-term goals, relationship goals, career goals, okay? They have an idea in their head how they want things to go. But for the most part, they don't have a specific strategy to get them there. Okay, most of the time, people just hope that things will work out. Okay, a goal without a plan is just a wish. And simply wishing for a better life, a better income, a better job, a better relationship, a better opportunity, it's not going to get you, right? It's going to get you frustrated and angry and bitter. Okay, you have to have a specific goal, set deadlines, and you have to understand, that action, without action, you cannot move towards them. The universe can only meet you halfway. Okay, you have to be able to move forward in faith, holding that energy that everything's going to work out for you. And that's when it comes back to you. If I was to guarantee you would succeed at this, and you were guaranteed that this was going to, wouldn't you take action every day because you knew it was going to happen? What stops people taking action is their self-doubt, their ego gets in. It's like, oh, you're not good enough. Because if you were to change, it would mean death to the ego, and the ego doesn't want to die. So the ego will do everything to keep you the same. The ego doesn't like change. Change to ego means death. So every time you listen to that voice, you're not good enough, you can't do it, that's your ego trying to pull you back. You have to just silence that and keep moving forward. Okay, so where do you begin when it comes to goal setting? But again, I know I've said it about 10 times. I'm going to do a whole separate video on this, but this is just give you a rundown, right? There's two different types of goals that you want to be setting, okay? Short-term goals and long-term goals. Your long-term goals are your ultimate goals, the ones that compel you to move forward. They're your big dream goals, okay? They have you jumping out of bed every morning, inspired and excited to make it happen, right? Those are the goals that, are your biggest dreams. But what tends to happen is people focus so much on the long-term goals and the biggest vision that they get overwhelmed. They don't know how they're going to get there. So they end up taking no action in the short term. Okay, because they confuse themselves and they just don't know where to begin. Now, the best way that I've found to do this goal setting is to start with the long-range goals, okay? What it is that I want, dream as big as I possibly can, and then work my way backwards until the present day so that I only have to focus on one day at a time, okay? And as I said, I'll share this process with you, right? So when setting goals, don't just think of the end result, okay? But you need to think of the person that you have to become in order to achieve that goal. Do you need to be committed, disciplined, flexible, everything that you have to be to honest, caring, compassionate. Okay, think about the areas in your life that you will have to improve. Like for me on this YouTube journey, I'm going to have to improve on editing. I'm going to have to improve on video. I'm going to have to improve on designing, all these different things. But you know what? I enjoy that stuff. Okay, so you think about the areas you're going to have to improve along this way so that you can rise up with it and you can elevate. And every single area will have a direct impact on each other area. So now let's look at this, right? So if you're to start setting your goals from the biggest dream and then work your way backwards, okay, when you're setting these goals have to stretch you, okay? Because it's not you right now, it's a higher version of you. So when you achieve that, you're going to be a higher version than you are right now. So these goals have to be out with your comfort zone. And this is necessary growth, because on a personal level, you have to grow with your goals. So when I set goals, I just don't think about what I want or, what I want to have or where I want to be. I think, who do I need to be, right? Who do I need to be to get that, right? So the way that you would do it is, I'll just give you a quick rundown. So you have your vision, your grand vision, right? Then you have, so that's your year, say it's your year vision, right? And then you have your 90 days. What can I do in 90 days? So you've got your fitness, family, fulfillment, and finances, right? What would I have to do in 90 days to move me closer to my year vision, right? You write that down. So that's your quarterly goals. Then you have your monthly goals. What would I have to do this month to move me closer to my quarterly goals? Okay? So that's you got your monthly goals. Then you have your weekly goals. What would I do this week that will move me towards my monthly goals? So that's you got your monthly, so your yearly, your quarterly, your monthly, your weekly. What would I have to do today to move me towards my weekly goal? So you're only focusing on a simple, what do I have to do today? Okay? And that's the kind of the overarching thing when it comes to goal setting. But as I said, I'll do a whole nother video on that. But what you're going to have is willpower, right? Willpower is something that you will have. You're going to have to, I spoke about this in a different video. If you want to understand about morning routines, I've done a couple of different, one on discipline, one on morning routine, right? But see, willpower, a lot of people think, I don't have willpower. I won't be able to do this. Willpower is a muscle that you need to strengthen. Okay, and you can only strengthen it by practicing self-restraint. Every time you do something that you don't feel like doing, you're building willpower. Okay, if you keep flexing that muscle, you're getting it stronger and stronger and stronger. Okay, but if you don't recover your willpower by taking a break or doing some active recovery, which is like, for me, it's getting into flow, it's designing stuff, it's reading, and when I'm in active recovery, I'm still doing stuff, but I'm enjoying it. I'm in that flow state. I'm reading, I'm listening to a book, an audio. I'm having some fun and I'm recovering. But if you don't get enough sleep, you will deplete your willpower. Okay? And this is what they call ego depletion. For example, if you've been working out, and sticking to your diet for 13 days and all of a sudden the 14th day, you reach out for the junk food and you feel like you've got no discipline. Right? Or you feel like you've been working on a project for months and all of a sudden you lose your focus or discipline for 2 days. Okay, that's your ego depletion. There's nothing wrong with it. It just means that you need to take a break to replenish the willpower. Okay? So active recovery and taking a break. No, this is where you have to know your body. Right? Another way to optimize your willpower is if you face your fears, right? Society has told us if we are scared of something, then we must avoid it. That's not the case, okay? If something is dangerous, yes, avoid it. If it's going to cause us physically harm, yes, avoid it. But most of our fears, we have inherited from our teachers, society, our parents. So if so one way to become, have stronger willpower is to constantly do things that frighten you. Okay, the fears you don't face become the walls of your limits. I don't know who said that, but I remember it. Okay, most of the fears that are, blocking you, they've been taught to you. Okay, and that's that chart and ego. They're not real. Okay, it's false evidence appearing real. The more you face your fears, the more you will realise they will disappear. This is when micro acts of bravery. Okay, and this is. I wasn't even going to speak about this today, but I will before we get into the non-negotiables, right? So see if you want to go for something in life and you have this great vision, right? And you're going to go for it, okay? Initially you might be excited, but as you start to go for it, these little thoughts come in. Oh, who am I? I'm not good enough. This, that, and the next thing, right? The way that it works, you have to take action in despite of that. You have to just keep moving past it. And this is where the fears will come in sometimes, that you're scared of it. You have to face it. You have to just do these little acts of bravery every single day. Okay? And that's how you will achieve what it is that you want. The ones who fail are the ones that let them fears dictate them. Right? So, okay, let's get to the discipline, the fundamental four, the non-negotiables, right? So this is when we look at, the first one is fitness and fuel, right? So the concept of fitness, for me, it's massively important. It relates to every part of my life, okay? It really is. And there's many different ways to approach fitness. But what you have to do is you have to find something that works for you, okay? Now, if you want to check out the other video I done about the Robin Sharma morning routine, this will incorporate quite a few of these things that I'm going to go over now. But the fitness and fuel, so every single day, you have to do something that's going to get you to sweat. So at least 20 minutes, I would say more though, but you have to do something that's going to get you to sweat. Some people like lifting weights like myself. Some people like doing CrossFit. Some people enjoy running long distances, sprinting, high intensity activities, whatever it is, right? Every single day, if you commit to doing some type of fitness, okay, every day, and even on the weekends, you don't have to go and do a full out workout, but go for a walk. Take your dog for a walk, go to a walk to the park. Every day, say to yourself, I am going to do at least 20 minutes of fitness, okay? And on the fuel side of it, stick to some type of diet. Whatever diet works for you, right? I'm not saying do a specific diet, but I don't know your body type. I don't know anything about that. But commit to cutting out chocolate, cutting out sugar, or, something that's going to be not too difficult, but something that's going to be hard for you, so that you're building, because the whole idea is to build discipline. So if you say, right, I am going to work out every day, and it's a non-negotiable, and I'm going to stick to some type of diet every single day. It's a non-negotiable, okay? And you commit to that. And what does commit mean? It means that you're doing it regardless, okay? Now, there's ways that you can make it easier for you. Like, for example, I work out in the morning, so my gym stuff is ready the night before. So I just get up, put my gym stuff on, drink my water and my salt, okay? And I'm ready to rock and roll. So there's going to be days where I don't like it, but you know what I say to myself? Because this is my identity, I'm somebody who goes to the gym every day. And I just tell myself that. And sometimes I sit in the car park at the gym for 5 minutes and I can't be bothered and I don't want to go in. But you know what? I never miss a day. Okay, so stick to some type of diet and some type of exercise every single day. Okay, now that's the first part. The second part is family. This is where you show love and appreciation to your family. This is what a high value man does. We focus on our relationships with our wife and our children. We begin with our significant other and our children. But this can sometimes extend outside the immediate family. It just depends on how close you are with people. But the whole premise of this is to be proactive in making deposits of value into the lives of people who matter to you. Okay? So we do this with words like honour, appreciate, respect, love, adore. Okay? These are all things that human beings want to feel, want to be said. They want to feel honoured. They want to feel appreciated. They want to know that they're loved. Love is a verb, okay? You just can't say to your wife that you love her. It's about showing her that you love her. How do you love her? What do you love about her? Same with your children. Show them that they're loved. Show them that you care about them. Okay? Because see, here's the thing. Your relationships can either accelerate or decelerate you. There's no in between. They're either pushing you forward or they're pulling you back. If you find yourself in a relationship that feels off, like you're constantly struggling and there's an energetic vacancy, it might be because you're not consistently making deposits of value into that relationship. So here's the thing. A successful relationship is one where both parties feel like they are winning, right? Both. So it's not one-sided, okay? Both parties. So it's crucial that you take a step back and assess your relationships, okay? Is it pushing you forward or is it pulling you back? Don't put the blame on your wife. She's this, she's that, she's the next thing. I don't take that bullshit. Or your husband. You have to be responsible for this. You have to take responsibility for everything in your life. It's time to take action and turn things around now, okay? Now, I know this from my own experience. I used to blame my wife all the time, right? All the time. And it was never her fault. It was always my fault. Okay? I was not a consistent creator of value in her life. And eventually, when I look back, I had this guilt and shame. Okay? And sometimes it wasn't such a deep level of guilt and shame, but just a feeling of numbness. When I walked into the room, I felt like nobody cared. Nobody even knew I was there. This is why the part of your non-negotiable is making these daily deposits into the people around you. Okay? And as I said, it's not just limited to your family. It can be friends, clients, employees, people who matter to you. The key is to make it a habit, is every single day deliberately, inject positivity and value into somebody's life. Okay? And what I would start to do is with your wife or your partner or your children. Okay, and you use the words like, I honour you, I appreciate you, I respect you, and and you show them. Okay, these words become, when you're saying them, they might first and think, what's he doing? This is a bit strange. But it's about, and not respecting anything in return. Okay, you're just doing it because you're trying to, inject value into their life. Right, so now you can do this by sending text messages, voice notes, leaving post-it notes. Now, depending on the age of your children, because one of my children don't have a phone, right? But one that does, I send her messages, little voice notes. For my little man, I draw stuff on him, and at night when I go home and he asks me to do stuff, and I make time to make sure they go and do it, and I tell him there, I love you, little man. I give him a kiss, and I tell him, you know how much I love you, right? You know how much I'm proud of you, right? And I look him in the eye. And so that he knows, I say this every day to him. Same with my daughter, okay? Same with my wife, right? Same with my mum. Like I just sent my dad a message the other day and my mum. Now they're 70 years old, but you know what? I still do it. It's about the people that matter to you. Make sure that they know they matter to you. And every single day you do two people. Every day. So one could be your son and your daughter. The next day could be your wife and your mum. Every day, two people that you're going to send a note or a voicemail or a text message, or you're going to have a conversation, or you're going to express love in some type of way. Okay? Now, this might be uncomfortable to begin with, but it gets easier over time. But then you need to ask yourself, how much do you want a life that you truly want to live? Or you can keep living the life that you've been living. Okay? This might seem a bit strange, but I never made this up. This came from Garrett J. White in Wake Up Warrior. He's coached 55,000 men. He coached me, so I'm using this. And it works, okay? So that's family. Then you've got fulfillment, okay, which is meditation and journaling. Now, as I said, in the 5 a.m. club, you could get fitness, meditation, and journaling all in 60 minutes. You could do 20, 20, 20. And that's what I'd done when I started this journey. I'd done 20 minutes exercise, 20 minutes meditation, and 20 minutes of listening to a personal development, and then journaling after it. But fulfillment. So this is when you're building the relationship with yourself. Okay, meditation offers a solution to stress by providing this calmness about you. Okay, and it helps with your nervous system. Now, there's countless different methods of meditation, but for now, all I would say to you is find something that works for you. A guided meditation. I've started doing breath work recently, but guided meditation, all you have to do is find a quiet space, put your earphones in, sit down, and focus on your breath for 20 minutes. Now, if 20 minutes is too much, start with 5 minutes. Then go to 6 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Close your eyes and focus on the breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay, that's it. Every time your mind wanders, bring it back to the breath. Okay, it's not rocket science, right? So sit there for 20 minutes, okay, and there's no wrong way to do it. You could actually just sit there and be mindful of the trees, the birds, and just look about and be present in the moment. But every single day, this is a non-negotiable every day. Okay? If you already have a preferred method, that's fine, just use that. But in 20 minutes, sitting with yourself, being comfortable in your own skin, letting the chatter, okay? Start to be present, right? You could even do walking meditation, okay? The goal is to release stress from your system, connect to a higher power, promote inner peace, right? And the second part is journaling. This is also a massive aspect, okay? This is where I started to learn to love myself. I started to forgive myself, okay? Now, so journaling wasn't something that I was very good at, okay? And again, there's many different ways to do this. You could intuitively journal. You have questions. You can just write down how you feel in the moment. It means that you're getting it out here onto paper, so you're not sitting with all that stuff. So just write down your thoughts and your feelings. It allows you to step outside yourself and take a look of what's going on inside. There's no set amount of time that you need to read. Just write until you're done writing, and you'll get better at time with this. But the important thing is to take the thoughts and feelings and make them tangible, okay? And when it comes to journaling, right, there are 4 key points to keep in mind. Firstly, what are you doing, right? What are you going to be doing? This means take time to sit, right, okay, I'm going to journal right here. And like for me, it's in my office. I'm going to do it at this time. I'm going to do it for this, at 5 o'clock. And then I'm going to just write until I can write no more, right? So it's not rocket science, but meditation and journaling, right? And then you've got the last one is financing, right? Finance. Okay, when it comes to finance, this is where you're going to consume content. You're going to read a book, listen to an audio, watch a podcast, watch a video, and from this content, you're going to extract an idea and insight. So the reason I say finance is because this is related to you. It could be your Ikigai. So you could be looking to monetize your passion, right? So for me, it's YouTube. So then I could put on a video on how to make better YouTube videos, or I could read a book, Expert Secrets from Russell Brunson, and all I'm doing is with the end in mind of this is how I'm going to make more money in the future. So I want to then watch a piece of content, okay, listen to an audio, podcast, whatever it is, until something pops out at me. So I get an idea, or I've got an insight that matters to me. Now, this could be anything. This could be in your job. You could be a salesperson and you're trying to become a better salesperson. So you're watching Brian Tracy or, a Dale Carnegie or whatever. And whatever your interest is, whatever you want to make money in, you pick that topic. So if you're a photographer, then you could get a book on photography. If you're an artist, it could be a book or a podcast on art. Whatever your passion is that you want to make money in the future, you get that piece of content until you get an aha moment or you get an insight or an idea. And once you have that, then what I want you to do is write it down. So you write it down in your own words, okay? And that way you're taking the idea or the insight, you're writing it down in your own words, and then share it with someone. Like I used to share it on Facebook, okay? Sharing the conversation is important, but the most crucial aspect is that you've discovered it in the first place. Then you've written it down in your own words, okay? And this means you've taken notes on it, you've tracked your progress, all right? So it's about extracting an idea or an insight and then writing it down. This will help you make progress. It will help you absorb more information, and then it will help your financial life, help you achieve your goal for wealth creation, okay? And as someone who's done this, and I wasn't that great when it came to reading and stuff like that, but over time, it's I've progressed. So because I used to just read books all the time, like book after book, and then somebody would ask me about the book, and I'd be like, I can't remember anything about it, and I'd consume all this content just for the sake of consuming content, right? And I just used to think I was I'd read 50 books in a year, and I was, oh, great, but I couldn't tell you anything about it. So this is why when I learned this, it made such an impact in my life, because I wasn't just consuming content for the sake of it. I was consuming with the intention of learning something, right? I was leveling up my skills. So when something came across that would level up my skills, I stopped, I took it down, I put it in my own words, and then I shared it with someone. Okay, so instead of just consuming content, you have to discover what it is that you're trying to learn and then document what you're trying to learn. Okay, and that could be a book, a podcast, an audio book, whatever it is until you get it. Okay, and listen, if you just want to consume content for leisurely things, there's nothing wrong with that, or to get ideas. But for this section, every day, you should be writing down notes of something that's going to move you forward to your end result. Okay, and the purpose of writing it down is, it's to cement it. And then when you have a document of it, so if you want to come back to it at a certain time, you have it written down. But when you also speak it to someone, that even puts it in even further into your mind. Okay, so we've got that now, right? So the 4 action steps are, the first one is fitness. So you're going to do fitness every single day. Okay, whether that's a walk, push-ups, until you're sweating, 20 minutes every day. Okay, you're going to stick to some type of diet. Or you're going to change something about your diet. Remove soda, remove sugar. I'm going to just only drink water. Okay? Move yourself. Something that's going to move your health forward, right? Fitness, fuel, family. Okay? Deposit notes, voice notes, messages. Deposit love and value into your family. Fulfillment. You're going to spend 20 minutes a day meditating and 20 minutes a day of journaling. Okay? And that's to build a relationship up with yourself, to build that self-love. And then the finance section is, so you're going to read until an insight comes up, an aha moment. Then you're going to write it down in your own words and you're going to share it to someone else. Okay? So to begin this journey of reinvention, that's the action steps. That will start to cement your discipline. And then from there, the next video will be the Ikigai video. Then we'll have create your vision video. Then we'll have the values video. And I'll come back and I'll link them all here for people, because this is just my new journey on me becoming, starting to put my content out. So I don't have a backlog of videos, but I will, and I'll bring them back and I'll list them below. Okay, and if there's any other videos that you would like to see or anything you would like me to talk on, I will be interacting in the comments. So please leave a comment, leave a recommendation or anything. And if you've liked what I've done today, please give me a like and share this, because as you can see, this is all new to me. I still don't know my way fully around it, but I'm getting there. And this is my long-term vision. This is what I've created my vision around. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I truly appreciate you watching. In fact, have a good day. Take care. I just want to close with a big massive thank you. See, Project Reinvented has never been about me. It's always been about you, the listener who's looking to improve their life. So with that, I just want to express my sincere gratitude to each and every one of you for not only listening, but your continued support. Project Reinvented wouldn't exist without your presence, so thank you. My goal is to make this as personal to you as possible, so your feedback is invaluable to me, always welcomed and always appreciated. So as we go on this journey together, remember, the art of reinvention doesn't always demand big, massive leaps. See, big change starts with small steps. So think about this. What's one small action you can take today that will reignite your journey of life reinvention? Make that decision to take that step. See, life's a canvas, reinvention's the art, and you're the artist. So start creating. See you next week.